little Zacky poo is growing up, guys. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane comes to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video. And in this one, we're breaking down season 3, episode number 17. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Zatima content and conversations. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode, which was actually a decent episode. I'm not even gonna lie. We pick up right where we left off, where Leslie with her drunk ass continuing on her tirade about, woe is me, my man has always wanted me to be you, Fatima, but I could never, ever in my greatest dreams, hopes and possibilities. Never mind the fact that I could be my very best version of my mother's self. Never mind that I could have just went and found another the same way I found Jordan and took him from you. Never mind I could actually go lesbian because that's an option as well. Anything would be better than me embarrassing myself at this damn dining room table over this goofy ass dinner that y'all shouldn't be having anyway, because all Fatima was doing was calling y'all for a favor, so she should have asked you for a favor. She ain't need to feed y'all. And why we let Malachi get out the damn door to take Leslie out? Because she's being belligerently drunk and trying to run receipts that were manufactured, and we ain't making him be honest about that and why he would actually send that to her. Figure out what his feelings are, if there are any damn feelings, and then still, Fatima, you get your damn favor because you done went through all of this and you still ain't gonna be able to get Angela's nudes off the internet. It seemed like a whole bunch of work to receive absolutely nothing, Miss Mamas, and I actually hate that for you. Now, while I have no respect for Leslie, I do wish Tyler would have wrote this better, which can be said about a lot of things. Like, he could have massaged this just a tad bit better in reference to the dialogue, because the whole, oh my God, Fatima, you're just so utterly amazing. Not that I'm saying that she's not amazing. Y'all know I'll be on Fatima's neck, but I also be holding her down, and I will support her when she needs to be supported, and I feel like it's valid. The way that they wrote, or Tyler wrote, because he wrote this episode, Leslie dialogue, it gave very much so pandering and not going deep enough. Like, yes, girlfriend jealousy is real, frenemies is real, but I feel like Tyler took a bunch of cheap shots as it pertains to her dialogue and really left it on the surface of like, oh, I'm just trying to please my man, but why are you trying to please him? Why are you even still with him? Like, we don't get any of that context. And in the next coming episodes, we're going to get more from Malachi. I don't know if we're going to see Leslie again, but Malachi revealed something to both Fatima and Angela, and it's just like, I still need to know what made Miss Mamas do all this, because when we first run into her at the gym a couple episodes ago, she was so excited to reconnect with Fatima. She was so excited to be back in Atlanta. She was just so excited. But if this is the girl who's the bane of your damn existence and who you feel like you can never hold a candle to, why are we excited? Even if we're pretending, why aren't we avoiding her at all costs? I need to understand that. So we need a little bit more. And then also, how did it escalate so damn quickly? Like, you had 3 glasses of wine and the next thing you know, all the juice is loose without being provoked. Malachi didn't even get a chance to say anything to Fatima. I didn't see him looking at Fatima any kind of way or nothing. Like, you literally was just triggered off the juice. Like, just whoop, up, 3rd cup of wine, this is it, press the goddamn button, and then all hell breaks loose. I don't understand it, and I really wish that Tyler would have massaged it a little bit better. What I am going to give a ton of credit for is ZAC not flying off the handle. With ZAC not hearing the things being put out there, seeing the photo, and immediately jumping to conclusions, which speaks a little bit to his growth, and also to the fact that he's also still in the doghouse right now. But also, a lot of it gave very, very far-fetched. A lot of it gave like, girl, what are you even talking about? And honestly, if not for nothing, ZAC could fall back on the fact of he has been running Fatima ragged. Her edges are barely still attached to her damn head with the last few months of them being in a relationship. When would she have time to have done this? When would she have had time? The way that she's breaking up at Deja's house, the way that she's going over to Karen's house to stake her claim, like the way that she is running amok for Zachary Taylor's ass, I would never believe it either, because when did you have the time? Yeah. Again, we're going to need more. We're going to get more from Malachi, but we're going to need more from Leslie, unfortunately. I really wish that this would have been expanded to be a little bit better. We also don't even have a full context of like what their relationship was. Like, I know that they knew each other when they were younger, but Fatima, did you really love her? Like, I don't know, because the pattern is giving you choose poorly, not only with men, but you choose poorly with friends. And honestly, Fatima said something when she was talking about how all of her men leave her or hurt her, And, you know, she made a point of ZAC doing the same thing and choosing Jeremiah and going to jail and all of that, which is so valid, and I love it. It's the thing that helps ZAC better understand the severity of what we're talking about here and gets him into a much more remorseful place, which is cool. But when I think about her saying it's been a few guys who have done this to her, and she kept choosing the same guy, and honestly, I feel like she's still choosing the same guy with ZAC, because while ZAC has all the potential in the world, who he has proven to be is not this great guy that everybody wants to believe that he is right now. And he is still very much so capable of letting Fatima down. She, I think, has lowered her standards even more to accommodate ZAC, all because he is not cheating. And it's like, that's cool and all, girl, but you are still having to work overtime to make this relationship work. You are still having to work overtime to teach this man things that life should have already taught him. You are still having to work overtime and then still not receiving what you actually deserve. So you're seemingly still in much of the situations that you have been in before. You just haven't experienced the cheating yet. Tragic. But I did think that how Tyler had Fatima talk about the past and had ZAC like inquire and not jump to conclusions and all of that, I did think that was dope, and those little moments really made the episode. Once we get to the end and ZAC is like, let's talk about your problems, your insecurities, I think that is valid, but with no self-awareness, I can't fully like get on board with him calling her out on her insecurities. Because if you really love somebody and you really care and you can identify an area of weakness for them or an area of opportunity for them, but you can't identify how you might be enabling them to be weak in that area or enabling them to suffer in that area, then you're not actually trying to address the problem, and you're really just trying to point blame. So when he says like, yo, you be insecure, but he doesn't address how he puts her in positions to be insecure, not to say that her insecurities are all his fault, but like, you literally be creating problems so that her insecurities can trigger, and that weakness specifically can get exasperated, and you need to be accountable for that. It needs to be a conversation of like, yo, you be moving mad insecure, and I'm going to do a better job of doing my best to give you no reasons to be insecure, so you need to work on the insecurity. I would have much rather we had that conversation, but maybe that's going to be a conversation for later down the line. Hopefully when Fatima can push back, because yeah, she received that he said that she was insecure. She didn't receive it at first, but then she's like, okay, cool. But she need to come back and be like in the moment, you say I'm insecure, but then you talking about you trying so hard not to out of Deja. I mean, she don't know about the whole after out of Deja, but you know what I'm saying? Like, certain things coming up, Fatima need to speak to when she is experiencing these insecure moments and these insecure thoughts, so that he can also be mindful and self-aware to how he is creating conditions for that to actually continue with her. Now, the other part of the episode that was just really, really solid, while it was like a little bit meandering in different parts and got a little bit redundant and repetitive, it got the job done, was the conversation between ZAC and Jeremiah. ZAC finally goes out to the hospital, even though he didn't want to. Fatima was pushing him. Go to the hospital, talk to your brother. He does, and he winds up apologizing. Jeremiah admits that he loves him, and ZAC has an emotional moment. Shout out to Devale, because he played that beautifully. Like, I thought that scene was really, really beautiful to watch. And we're crossing a new plane for them. Hopefully this is going to be like a reset button. They both apologized. They both forgave one another. They both talked about how they love one another, and now they can move forward. ZAC is supposedly going to be helping Jeremiah get the help that he needs and going to rehab. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. I think ZAC healing his relationship with Jeremiah is going to do wonders for him as a person, and I think that he'll be able to show up better in life once he is less hateful and resentful of his family members, i.e. of Jeremiah. That's all I got, y'all. If I missed something, let me know in the comment section. We'll keep it going. I gotta watch episode 18 because I haven't yet, but you know I got the breakdown coming. And Sugar says she loves Talk TV with, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.